Hey guys, how are you doing today? I haven't done a makeup video other than unboxing Boxy in a while. So while I sit here on Valentine's Day about ready to do my makeup, I thought let's do a Smokey Eye tutorial because that's what I feel like wearing today. So I'm going to use the Blow and Smoke by ColourPop for basically all of it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use another palette. I didn't grab another palette. I'll try to say what I'm using as I use it. Sorry, things are trying to roll away from me over here because I actually have everything out. So I'm actually going to prime. This is the Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer from Ciate London. I have a lot of primers. This one's just fine. You know, like I feel like all of my primers are about equal. I don't really like one more than the other. The only thing you have to worry about with this one is you got to make sure you really rub it in all the way, or you could end up with funny little purple pearls on your face because there are purple pearls in the liquid, which I think is weird, but whatever. It is what it is, right? All right, so there's primer. Oh, lost the lid for a second there. All right. And then I didn't grab an eyeshadow base. I don't even know if I have an eyeshadow base that's specifically that. This is the Too Faced Born This Way in Swan. It's technically a concealer, but I use it for an eyelid primer all the time. So I did forget to grab a sponge. There's a fluff on that. I feel like cats have been too close to it. All right, there we go. Yeah, I actually haven't been getting palettes I like in my BoxyCharm lately. And so I haven't even done like a try on at the end because it either had no eyeshadows or not enough makeup in it, or I just didn't like it, or it was just like something else. And so I wasn't going to use it. And so, yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a tutorial with that. Oh, I guess I do need one thing. Other than that, I'm just going to grab the Baby Got Peach, which is also ColourPop. I just need a neutral for blendage. I'm going to grab a fluffy brush and just grab Perky here in the corner. I just want something up here that I can blend into that's close to skin tone. I mean, obviously that's a little darker than skin tone, but just right under the brow bone. Okay. I almost forgot I usually use some kind of a light brown for that. Okay. Sorry, my shirt keeps getting a little wonky on me. So I'm going to grab Stone Face right here and just kind of put a foundation down on my whole eyelid. Kind of set that concealer slash primer and give us a base for other things to build on top of. I'm not being super precise because it don't really need to be right now, to be honest. I probably could have taken this all the way up to my brow bone, come to think of it, because it is kind of neutral. It's a gray neutral, but it's a neutral nonetheless. All right, so now I'm going to take Slated right here. Was that right? Yeah, right here, Slated. Just kind of go only halfway across my eyelid. Get into that better later, but we're starting with that. And we're going to kind of go into the crease a little with it too. I almost grabbed from the wrong side of the palette. The other side's sparkly. It's almost the same tone, but it's sparkly, which would definitely be awkward to have two different things going on with our eyes. Obviously, this is not too precise at the moment. When we put a darker color over it, it'll get a little more precise because we'll switch brushes. This is, again, just kind of getting the general shape going. Okay. Now, I'm going to switch into a blending brush like this guy here. It's dry. I just had to clean. I didn't have any blending brushes clean. It was kind of ridiculous. I had to clean it just to do this. And then I'm going to go into the black down here. Let's do it. Because I don't care. I'm not afraid of black. Well, you can't really pull off a smoky eye without it. So I'm just doing the very, very outside corner, and then we're going into the crease big time. Remember, you can always add more, but you can't really take it away unless you want to start all over. So if you're a little afraid, start with a little bit and just build it up till you're comfortable with where it's at. Kind of doing a smoky and a cut crease built together here. Well, we will be. We'll get there in a minute. I always do this with my eyes open because I have kind of hooded eyes. So if I don't do it with my eyes open, I don't see where it's really going to show when I do have my eyes open and looking at people. And sometimes I don't get it high enough, and then I open my eyes and all you see is a very corner over here, and that doesn't look cute, trust me. All right, now we're going to try to get a little bit of shape over here. Kind of get a little, kind of match what your wing would be. It's still a little messy. This is why I do my eyes first, though. Dude, they're not even. This one looks fantastic. This one's a little, I don't know there. I don't know. Might have just not blended enough, or the brush really was too wet when I got over here. Well, and of course, nobody's eyes are the same exact size or shape on both sides. I mean, they're the same general shape, the same general size, but usually one of your eyes is slightly bigger than the other. In general, we as a people are not symmetrical. We're very asymmetrical. Minor ways, but it's funny because most people think that to be perfectly symmetrical would be the most attractive, but they've done tests, and when they create a face that looks realistic but is perfectly symmetrical, it's not as attractive to people. So there you go. Okay, I gotta fix this set a little bit. So I'm grabbing that Peaches and Cream palette again, or the Baby Got Peach again, and grabbing that same color we already had up there, that Perky. Oh, that is the wrong freaking brush. I don't want it on that brush. Brush needs to look like something else. Sorry, the ant invasion has started. There we go. There's the fluffy. That's why it took too long looking down, because I had ants crawling on the desk. Let's see, you can kind of go back with that lighter color and clean up a little if you got it too high. That's closer. This side still got some problems, but we'll play with concealer. We'll fix it. Again, that's why I do my eyes first. Primer, then eyes. Because then, if there is any fallout under here, any kind of cleanup that needs to be done, you can do it. All right, so now I'm going back into that one, but with this brush. I don't know what this is called. It's skinny this way and wide when you turn it. It's really good for getting underneath your eyes here. And I'm gonna grab Ignite right over here. It's kind of the same as this one. It just has a little bit of shimmer in it. So it'll be similar to what's on the inside of our eyelid there. And go right underneath the lashes on this side. And about halfway over. Because you don't want it straight up black right there. You want it a little lighter. And honestly, we could use the same one. We didn't have to go to the other side to the shiny one. And honestly, I barely even noticed the sparkles exist. Feels like I got something in my eye. Okay, sorry. Same brush, but now we are going into the straight up black. And we're going to do the outside half in that and connect out to what we already did. Just like that. Now, I have a weird little dip right here in the corner of my eye. Like, I have, like, It's not really a dimple, but kind of. There's a weird little dip right there. So sometimes I struggle, like it'll look like a straight line when I'm doing it in the mirror, but then when I have actual expression on my face, it's not a straight line straight out, and it drives me nuts. But what do you do? It's really hard to compensate for. I'm getting a little bit of fallout under here, but again, that's why I don't do anything but my eyes first. I'm now noticing that I may have not gotten the black quite as far out on this side of the eyelid, but that's okay. This brush also can be used for blending across the front a little bit. I'm actually wiping off a lot of the black because I don't want to totally black it in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that first one, that stone face, and just kind of go back across this way and try to blend a little so it's not so starkly black right there. And then a little of this slated, kind of bring that. Doesn't matter that I kind of have a line there because you don't really notice the line when your eyes are open, for one thing, but there's more, I promise. All right, there we go. So there's a general line. Now's the time to clean up anything if it needs to be cleaned up. Just go back to the concealer. And I'm just going to stick some on the back of my hand. And grab a concealer brush, which is about that shape and super skinny usually. That way you can get like a little at a time on your brush so you can kind of clean up without overdoing it. Same concept if you have to clean up your eyebrows. If it's really too crazy, you can always grab a makeup wipe. That I always have one next to me. Like I feel like this corner is too much for even the concealer to clean up for me. Like, I really got that crazy right there. Okay. There's a little gray right here that got loose. That's better. I still have a funky spot. A weird little dip I was mentioning also sometimes casts a shadow on me. It makes it funky. I struggle with it. I wish it wasn't there, but what do you do? You deal with it. That's what you do. All right, so I'm going to take this Pixi by Petra Endless Silky Eye Pen. It's actually not a pen. It's a pencil. And do waterline down here. I actually really love this. I have it in brown too. It's very, very soft. It glides on really well, which is a virtue when you're doing your waterline, because otherwise it hurts and we don't want to hurt our eyes, right? Not like that, we don't. All right, and then I'm going to take the NYX That's the Point and put a wing on it and do the top eyeliner. And I try to keep it kind of skinny in the front. Oh, I forgot something. I didn't want to do this yet. I already started the line. Well, I'm going to have to fix that line in a second because I forgot the other color. So if your eyelid is a hot mess and you need to clean up in here, actually, you know what? I do need to clean up something where there it is. It got too far in right here. I do need to clean that a little. We haven't done our eyebrows yet, so that'll get covered. It's fine. I am going to take Starstruck right here, this silver in the middle, and just with my finger, because sometimes that's the best way to put on a super shiny like that. I'm gonna do this from the very inside corner and to the on the way out, and just kind of let it fade as it goes across. And if you need a more solid line, you can always, like if this line wasn't good, you could use the concealer brush and clean it up a little before doing the color. And I always get some in the inside corner, which kind of covers that gray that was there as well. I'm just trying to Make sure I've got it really good in the front and then just kind of let it trail off towards the back. So it's still smoky and we get a good shiny inside corner. There we go. That's what I was going for. And this is another reason why I keep a makeup wipe over here. That and because I've got concealer on the back of my hand still. Until I use it or clean it off. We're going to go back to that NYX pen now. I can't believe I forgot the silver. Like, it was totally part of the plan. It would have been fine to leave it with just that light gray. I just like that sparkly, lighter silver. Still, like I was starting to say, though, I don't want it too thick at the corner of my eye. I want it thinner there. Partly because I do have hooded eyes. It doesn't do me any favors having it too thick. Now, I would normally do a wing over here. You won't see it. We've got black there. So I just went straight over to the side, and that's it. Just a nice thin line. Got a little thicker over here in the corner. That's it. I was looking to see if I needed to wipe any silver off of that. No, it seems like it's fine. So I do the same thing on the other side. Ouch. I poked my eye a little bit. Now, I am making sure I do the line all the way to the corner, just in case any of that sparkle came down too far. So I do have a solid black line along my lashes. There we go. Now my eyeliner is definitely a little sparkly. It's okay. We'll wipe it off a little before we put it away. Oop, wrong end. There we go. Okay. I think I can wipe that. Oh, I just got black all over my hand trying to wipe off the eyeliner or the concealer that I don't think I need anymore. Well, that makeup wipe's dead. If I need another one, I'll need a new one. All right. Now I'm going to do the mascara. This is Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions. I love this stuff. I struggle with using fake lashes for a couple of reasons. One, they're just a pain in the butt to put on. And two, I wear glasses. And I can't wear contacts for various reasons. And because I can't wear contacts, I have to find lashes that fit behind my glasses. That is not an easy thing to do. I have found a couple pairs. I do have some shorties that work. It's just, they're a pain in the butt to put on. They hurt my eyes after a while, and it's just not worth it most of the time. So this solves my problems because it almost makes it look like I've got on fake eyelashes. My eyelashes are decently long. They're decently curly. I never use a eyelash curler. If you like to use it, go ahead and do that. It's just not my thing. And I don't really need it. But my problem is that they're very, very blonde. So I do need mascara. And even though we've got black under our eyes, we're still going to put some mascara on the lower lashes just to make sure that blonde, well, for me, so that the blonde doesn't overtake the black, honestly. And it's more finished that way. If you have dark eyelashes and you can't really see them over the other colors, who cares? Don't do it. You don't have to. Now, it is kind of hard to see the lashes to an extent because I do have so much dark in the corner of the eye, but the blonde would be weird, of course. It just makes it more finished, and even though you can't really see them too much because of the black eyeshadow, it still gives it that finished look. And if I was going to put on big old fake fat falsies, they probably would look great, and you would be able to see them past all of everything because they're thick and they're great and they're beautiful. But again, I just can't, not with glasses. Well, not if I want to be able to wear my glasses and see what I'm doing. I am nearsighted, so I can see up close just fine. And honestly, I don't have the worst prescription in the world. That's actually one of the reasons why I can't really wear contacts. My prescription is barely strong enough to even register on the contact lens scale. But I also just have issues where I can't even put them on. All right. I'm just going to smudge this a little with clean. It's not clean. I was going to say the clean brush, and it's not even clean. This one's relatively skinny front to back, but wide, which is what you need. You know what? I'm wrong. I'm getting ahead of myself again. I'm sorry. I keep doing that. Need to do this. I also realized I didn't take out any powder. This is the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation by NYX. I think it's porcelain. Yeah. Porcelain or alabaster is my color because, you know, I'm pale. Oh, no, it's almost empty. Oh, I don't have a backup, really? How do I not have a backup? Well, let's see how this works. I'm not sure I have enough left in there. I really thought I bought another one, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. We might have to cheat. How are we going to cheat? Dang. I really, really thought I had another one of these. That's why I didn't... Can I take it off? The lid off to get to the inside? I've never tried to take the lid off of one of these before. Apparently, it is not really something you can pull off. Dang it. Yeah, that's all I got. I've got nothing. All right, what do we have back here? Sorry, I don't have any other... Stick my mirror right in the... I think I have... Oh, I've got lots of BB creams, a lot of tinted... I wonder if I can do this one, the Bear With Me. Mix it. I mean, at least it's the same brand. It's the NYX Bear With Me. It won't be full coverage, but I'm going to have to mix the two together if I want any chance of having a full face of makeup. Dang it, man. If I'd known that, I would have just started with something else. I mean, I guess it's not on my face yet, but it's on my hand. I've already wasted what was there. Dang it, I really got to look for more, I guess. Oh, we're going to go for Bear With Me. That wasn't the plan. I'm probably going to need concealer now. With the Can't Stop Won't Stop, I probably wouldn't have needed concealer for those. With it there being only a little bit of the Can't Stop Won't Stop and most of it being the Bear With Me, I really have no idea how well that's going to cover. And well, we'll see. Oh, the challenges of makeup. I've got redness, a little bit of patchy redness on my cheeks usually. And I also have a couple of zits, as you can tell right now. And I am really horrible. I just cannot leave it alone. Like, if I pick at it. And I know that's horrible for your skin. And I still do it. I can't. I don't know. It's just a thing, I guess. We all have stupid habits we can't break, right? That's one of mine. I pick at things. My cats hate me because if I see an eye booger on them, I have to pick it out of their eye, and they absolutely hate getting... Well, obviously, when you hate having your human stick their finger in your eye. Yeah, I'm going to need more. I didn't grab enough of it, apparently. There we go. Where... Did I really put it away? Oh, no, there it is. I'm like, did I really stick that? No. No, I didn't put it away. Apparently, I'm just a little flustered now because, yeah. The Bear With Me, as its name suggests and the description tells you, is not a full coverage. It's a light coverage foundation, which is great if you don't have zits that you need to cover. And redness and blotchies. Okay, I don't have blotchies, really. At least I'm not a dark circle person. Man, I'd be toast. Thankfully, I do have concealer. Because this is really not going to cover that at all. Yeah, back to that Too Faced concealer. A little there, a little there, a little there. I don't really need it under my eyes. I just need these to not look like crazy. I mean, technically, I know people that use that as a full-on foundation. God, that's not working very well. Even with the concealer. Oh, it doesn't want to cover. This is why I have full coverage foundation. I have BB creams. I have this Bear With Me, and then I have full coverage. And depending on how my face is behaving at the time, depends on which one I would normally use. We're just going to hope that when we put on powder and everything, oh God, I just stuck my fingernail in it and then knocked it right back off. It's just not. It just doesn't want to cover. Well, isn't that peachy? All right, well, I guess I'm just going to live with it. We've got Fenty Beauty Lavender Pro Filter Powder because it was on top. I forgot to grab powder before I started all of this. Normally I make sure I have everything handy, but I forgot this time. One little thing. All right. And I'm just patting it in. You can use a brush, you can use a sponge, you can use beauty blender. I know people use beauty blenders sometimes put on their powder. I just like the powder puff. Or a brush, honestly. I just don't have a clean brush for that type of application at the moment. It doesn't want to come out. I say it doesn't want to come out. Okay. There's little dots that are FB basically, and it only comes out of those dots, and sometimes it'll come out of some dots stronger than others, and next thing you know, you've got like a huge amount on one spot and nothing on the rest of your pad. Brush, whatever. Oh God, that one's driving me nuts. Why's it gotta be such a brat? I usually wouldn't put concealer back on top of powder, but I'm really trying to get this to hide a little more. Well, it's a little less visible. It's still there. Ugh. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Oh well. All right. I didn't get too much on my shirt, which is good because my shirt's black. That would be bad. No, girl, that's bad. If you've ever been a... yeah. Anyways. Back to that brush. That's kind of fluffy and kind of wide. That has no color in it. Nothing in it. Totally clean. I just go along the sides of this just to kind of buff it out and diffuse a little bit of that color. So it's not necessarily a harsh line. That's one thing about doing the Smokey is although you want it to be dark, you don't necessarily want it to be harsh. If that makes any sense. See how that kind of blurs it a little to where it's not just a harsh line right there where I put the concealer before. Yeah, blends it out a little, makes it better. I have a spot right here that doesn't look as dark. I know there's still black on this one. I didn't pick up new product. I just grabbed the brush that was already black just to kind of enhance it a little. All right. There we go. Now, we have a face. We need brows. This is a L'Oreal Unbeliever Brow in Blonde. I mean, I suppose I could try to find eyeshadow that matches my hair, but I don't want to. We'll just leave it its natural color-ish. Because just like the eyelashes, you can't see my eyebrows without some product. Well, not very well, at least. I never used to I never used to comb in or color in or anything to my eyebrows. I still don't do any kind of shaping to them. This is their natural shape. They grow this way. I don't pluck, tweeze, thread, whatever. I just brush it with the product in it. I am so sorry. I keep its natural shape. So I put in the Unbeliever Brow. I brush it straight up, make sure it's really in all those hairs good, and then I just run this along the edge to make it, to kind of knock down that shape better. And if there's any kind of mess to clean up, You can do that with your concealer. The blonde doesn't really usually make a big mess, thankfully. All right. Now, these ants really need to stop getting on my desk. They're driving me crazy. Another makeup wipe. My hands feel gross from all of the things. All right, and there's concealer and powder makeup all over the back of my hand. All right, here we go. Next step. This is Take Home the Bronze from the Balm Cosmetics in the color Oliver. And it's not a sparkly bronze, as you can see, which is why I use it for contour. And I don't do a lot for contour, just kind of follow the bottom half of my cheekbone right here and then buff it out to the jaw. Kind of helps accentuate what's already there. I have the Norwegian highbrows, or high cheekbones, which is fantastic. This little shadow here is just this natural hollow that's in my cheek because of how high my cheekbones are. But if you don't have high cheekbones, creating a line around this spot and then buffing it down is a way to make your cheeks look higher. For me, it accents that little hollow. When I was younger, skinnier, I also usually run a little bit of this just kind of underneath the chin and down the neck a little bit, just to help create a little shadow for slimming effects. Anyways, when I was skinny and younger, my cheekbones were just bam out there. When I was thin, yeah. If I had a picture over here, I'd show it to you, but the only one I have close by is on my phone, which I'm recording on, so that doesn't work. All right, next blush brush. This is the Bang Beauty Smoked Peach blush. I usually go for peach blushes because I naturally have kind of a peachy undertone to my paleness. And then that goes just on the top half of the cheekbone and up to the back. Now if you do it too far forward, it makes your cheeks look different. It changes the contour of your face. I mean, some people need that, but if you're trying to kind of lift this way, you want to keep it just right above that other line and maybe around the back side of your eyebrow area. So like from the middle of your eye, basically, and then up and out is the blush place. And then I have a couple of different tools that I could use for this. You can use a fan brush like this one, or I use this little fluffy one here a lot of times for, oh sure, I can't put that back in. Okay, fine. Apparently the fan brush is going to live on the table for now because I can't get it back in there. For highlighter, this is the Ofra Star Island highlighter. Although now I'm thinking, do I have one that's more silvery? Nah, it's fine. And right along on top of the blush right here is where I usually go. Now, this isn't a super blingy one. You can see a little highlight, but it's not like super cray-cray. Oh, glazed donut would have been perfect, and I have that. Oh, well. It's kind of a light blue, and then I usually go right up the bridge of my nose and kind of fan it out on the forehead there because it's a normal or natural high point of your face, and then just right down here on the chin. The biggest thing with highlighter is unless you're going for a purposely bold highlight, you want it to be kind of subtle and you want it to be where there's natural high points on your face, which is why you do top of the cheekbones, down the middle of your nose, and your chin, because those parts are naturally higher on your face. Okay, what do we still have? I think, is that everything except for lips? I think we're almost done. So I'm going to spray this NYX Matte Finish setting spray. It's a little sideways from where I thought it was. And now we need lips. Now, I couldn't find one lipstick that was the color I really wanted. I really want it somewhere in between the two of these. This one's a really deep brown and then bright, bright red. I don't really want bright, bright red because although I'm wearing black and I can literally get away with any color I want to, I am wearing garnets. And garnets are a deep red. They're here too, and on my ears. These ones right here were my grandma's. These little guys here were my grandma's. But because I'm wearing the garnets, I don't want to go for bright red. Although I do love a red lip. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to combine them. Probably on the back of my hand. These are my Maybelline. My brain just froze. Superstay Matte Ink. When they say Superstay, they mean Superstay. These suckers stay on like you would not believe. Like really, really do. I'm trying to get more red out of here. Doesn't want to cooperate with me. Yeah, they're amazing. I love them to death. They're well, I also really like the NYX Suede Matte Lip. So, like, if I can't combine this into a color I want, I have one over there. That's too brown, I think. Yeah, that's too brown. Dang it. Can I get more red? Ooh. The red just, like, does not want to come out of the tube for me. Maybe it's almost empty. Like, if I just wanted red lips, I'd be fine. That's not the color I want. It's absolutely not the color I want. It's too orange for what I'm looking for. All right, well, I guess we're not going to do Superstay lipstick. Oof. I like the Superstay because even when you eat, it stays on. Like, really stays on good. So, I'll also wear it if I have to wear a mask somewhere because, again, it really stays on. Once it's dried down, it's there. It ain't going anywhere. But those colors are not what I'm looking for. Ooh. Is this one? That one could work, but where is... I was thinking maybe this could work. Because garnets are kind of a deep purpley red. How do we feel about that color? Nah, I don't want that color. This is a L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick. Also stays on like a champ. Like, I mean, seriously. It has some staying power. Some serious staying power. I'm going to go for this one. I haven't worn this one in a while. This is the Bella and Argent Smoking on Screen. I think this will give me the color I'm looking for. Maybe not. I thought I had this in the bag, but what I wanted didn't work. How much darker is this one? That's the one I want. Well, so much for best laid plans. Hey, I did pretty good. I forgot one thing. Oh, well, to take one thing out ahead of time. My foundation gave me problems. And the lipstick didn't work the way I wanted it to. But overall, that's not too bad. So, I need my lip liner now. I didn't think I was going to need lip liner. Cherry Skies. This is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner and Suede Matte Liquid Suede Lipstick in the color Cherry Skies. Because even though I wanted the Stay Forever lipstick, this is what's going to work. It's the right color. I try to stay with my actual lip shape. It's easier to get a clean line, though, if you have your lips taut. Sometimes I do have to kind of clean it up a little right here, but I don't know, it might be okay. Oh my God, just a little better curve. I always go right around the outside of the bottom lip because I don't have the thickest lips, and if you go right on the outside edge, it helps them look full without super duper overdrawing your lips, because I don't like that look. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Apparently I need to find a Super Stay or Infallible this color. These liquid suedes were really my go-to before the pandemic because I love the way they feel. They're nice and silky when they go on. They dry down pretty quickly. They stay nice and matte. They're really pretty colors. The only problem is that they do come off on the inside of your mask. And so I haven't worn them as much since the pandemic. I do have a lot of colors of these though, because like I said, I really love the formula. There we go. And there we go. There's our look. Even though the lipstick didn't quite work the way I wanted to, I think it turned out good. What do you guys think? Do you like the smoky eye with the silver shot in the middle? Leave comments down below, and I will see you guys next time.